All right, sitting here in my somewhat finished office. Actually, no, it's quite a ways away from being finished. Um, I'm in our new office building. We have 15,000 square feet here. Three different floors. Each floor is 5,000 square feet. A basement, main floor, and top floor. Basement, we don't really have plans down there yet. The main floor, we have a coffee shop going in front with just event space, recording space in the back. Oh. Sorry. Um, anyway, we have a coffee shop going in up front, and the event space and the rest of the space, so about 4,000 square feet, 3,500 square feet for an event space and recording space. This little office up here is pretty cool because, and like I said, totally not even close to being finished, so don't judge me. Anyway, we've got this cool little sliver of a space. Basically, like that is the window. That is a window that looks down into the main space. The feet or the ceiling's about 20 feet in there, so it's pretty cool. And then above me is oh crap. Above me is our co-working space. So we're finishing up offices. It was mostly built out already, so I just bought another co-working space. Co-working business, and we have some remodel going in upstairs. Anyway, so yeah, things are good. Wanted to just do an update video. It's been a little bit since I recorded something, and sometimes it helps just to verbally process out loud. Let's see. Personally, we had Greta, my fourth daughter, or my fourth child, second daughter. She was born 2 months ago, so it's been 8 weeks. She's amazing, easiest baby. There's still, nights for her to get up every once in a while, but she sleeps pretty good for the most part. We're living in a new house, a new old house built in like 1908, but it's been updated. Paying way too much for rent. Looking at positioning ourselves to purchase. And then, yeah, not much else, personally. Just, it's all kind of blurred together. We're moving at 1,000 miles an hour, so, and I'm tired, obviously. Oh man, look at that. I haven't worked out in a while. Played basketball the last couple of weeks, but that's about it. So definitely starting to put on a couple extra layers. Spring, it's April 9th, 10th. And yeah, I was just going to go through everything that's going on here on the business side of things. And personally, I guess there's more going on personally, but everything overlaps. Collab here, obviously the space, the new space we're flipping. We're still chugging along, getting a lot of momentum, trying to turn that momentum into money because we're taking on this newer project and still yet to break even over at the other space, which is okay. It's just getting to a point now where it's a little more detrimental to the business. Focals, so website stuff, pretty much on pause completely. I have a few clients that are just on an ongoing retainer, which are fine. I haven't neglected too bad. And then let's see, Breck and I want to move to New York in the next couple of years, so we're kind of like bookmarking that thought and just kind of coming back to it and just talking about it. And the whole perspective there is a couple things. You know, we've been in Vancouver for about 7 years now, and we love it here. And that's part of the problem is, you know, when we first got married and thought about our family and our life, we wanted to travel and we wanted to live in other places. So the more we fall in love with this space or this place, the more, hold on. Anyway, the more we fall in love with the city, the more we are okay not leaving. And so we're at a point where it's like, crap, like we can't go any much longer without thinking about moving, or else we'll never move. We'll just get too comfortable here, roots will be too deep. It's not a bad thing. I just think for us, you know, we thrive off of adventure. And so now, like, we're done having kids. We had our fourth, 4 kids under 5. Let's go, like, be crazy, you know? So we were kind of like, we've been to New York, we love it, and we kind of were like, where's the craziest place in the United States that we can go and live as a family of 6? And we're like, let's go move to Manhattan. Like, let's save up a bunch of money. Let's go. Just plan on spending a year in Manhattan. I'll get business stuff rolling here, so we'll have money coming in. Maybe I'll pick up a job while I'm there. Maybe I'll, you know, pick up some work. Basically, like, let's just go be crazy. Let's live that adventure still, and let's not get too comfortable. So, so we're really excited about that thought. I think our kids are totally on board for it. You know, they don't totally comprehend the severity of a move like that, because they're still younger. But in terms of like what they're able to handle, like we are always on the go. We're always putting ourselves in like tougher and tougher situations, and it's cool to watch like our family respond and our kids respond in those environments and those situations. And that's the other part of that. This move to New York for us is spurred this concept of like, how do we give our kids like this perspective on life? Like, how do we teach them? Like, what, you know, what is our responsibility as parents to teach them versus expose them to like life and diversity and like perspective and different perspectives? And if you raise your kids in one environment their whole life, like they have to go figure it out for themselves. And there's always that like moment of like, do I stay here uncomfortable or do I reach out? And I think what a valuable experience or perspective to offload to our kids, to have this exposure and to have this this view and this wide perspective. And you know, like you've experienced life and you've experienced you know, all these different environments that contribute to who you become. And I think that's something that we value as parents and wanting to hand off to our kids more than anything. Just thinking back to, you know, what little bit of that we got growing up, like how valuable that was to us and our upbringing. Like how, like, let's turn on the fire with our kids and really, you know, like stretch that and really push push to put ourselves in those situations where our kids can have those experiences. And that way it's less on us like having to teach. I think it's so hard to teach kids. It's, without like the proper perspective. You can try to teach a kid anything, but without really, or anybody anything, but without experiencing things, how do you fully grasp concepts before you even, have felt it or touched it or experienced it? So anyway, that's kind of our, next 1-2 year plan. We want to buy a house here in Vancouver, rent it out, and then just go live in New York for a year and a half, 2 years, and see, whatever. We'll make a year plan, and if we stay longer, we stay longer, and if we leave earlier, we leave earlier. But we want to go downtown, we want to go Manhattan, and we want to just do it. And it's going to be crazy expensive, but I think, the life experience we're going to get with that type of situation and that type of community and daily interaction with people and movement and diversity and this exchange, this cultural exchange that happens in New York and Manhattan specifically, I think is just so amazing, and it's such a unique experience, for Westerners and people in the United States, because we're so trapped in our comfort. And anyway, so that's it. That's where we want to go. That's what we want to do. Part of that plan, not really related actually, but all within kind of the same time frame, I guess. We were starting a YouTube channel for Breck, based off of like children's education. There's a few other creators that are doing really well in terms of the quality of their content and their volume of engagement and viewers and subscriptions, as well as kind of benefiting from the financial perspective or the financial presentation of these platforms. But there's not a lot. There's a few people capitalizing on it, and there's not a lot in the children's educational videos department. That being said, like YouTube as a whole is completely saturated. I think, it kind of blew up this last couple of years, and where there still, I think, is some opportunity is the children's kind of categories, not necessarily educational, but entertainment. We're going to have an educational twist to it. I think it makes us feel better about putting out video. But so Breck's gonna do it. Be the face behind the face in front of the camera. We're gonna call it Brecky Breck. So that she's got a whole outfit. We're gonna go around and film different episodes at different places where she's walking through how to do something, or she's exploring a new park. Basically, that blend of entertainment and educational to where, kids find it entertaining, but, parents aren't worried about them watching it because there is an educational element, so they feel better about them watching it. It's not some creepy, weird animation. So yeah, we are actually going to hit this pretty hard. We've got our website, all of our social media, our YouTube page, our Patreon page, everything's all set up. Just final, a couple tweaks to go, and we're gonna get some equipment. We've got a backdrop on order. I'm gonna borrow a couple of my friends' cameras just to get started before we invest in a camera, just to try a few things out. And then I've got Premiere Pro here on my laptop. So cracking the knuckles, getting to get back into the editing game, which I'm excited about. Just busting out content and getting used to being in the creative environment, really kind of flex my creative muscles again. This is something that's a little bit of a creative challenge for me in a good way, and I think will be a lot of fun. So, we're hoping to get some traction, a little bit of traction. I think it's just going to take some consistency, continuing to upload continuing to upload, continuing to stay relevant with current trends, and then just being consistent on all of our platforms and really being creative with how we actually put our name out there. So we talked about one thing that a lot of other creators in this particular category aren't doing is live videos. So what if we did a physical like show here in our space downstairs, open up to the community, maybe brought in 30, 40 kids, and then we also streamed it live on YouTube and Facebook and Instagram. And so we have this like a assimilation of physical parents and kids coming in and remembering like this entertainment, and we sent them home with instructions to subscribe or to find more. And then we also have these different channels all reaching out. So this one production is accomplishing all of this. And I think it really adds, when you can meet the person, people are a little bit more excited about it. And so from a referral network, we can really grow kind of that mom and dad engagement level within the physical show here. So anyway, I'm really excited. The other aspect of that is we're going to take the With Breck channel, With Breck idea, and really push that as well. So, kind of in tandem with the Brecky Breck, we'll have With Breck, and it'll be kind of more of the serious Breck stuff that she does, and fun, uplifting, challenge yourself, mom stuff, but with kind of a little more raw twist to it. With being what in the heck with Breck. So what in the heck Breck? It's pretty catchy. Anyway, I'm excited. I think this will be a lot of fun. Like I said, I think what I'm most excited about is it gives me an excuse to kind of like really hustle and push content out and do that. And that's something that I've been wanting to do and kind of wanting to find an outlet to do that. And I don't know, I'm becoming more of an introvert myself. I love being around people. I perform well in front of people, but at the end of the day, like I like being behind the scenes. I think that's what's great about my relationship with Breck is, she's very much, she wears the pants and she owns the situations and she loves it. And I think I can support that pretty well. As much as I'm also, strong-willed, and I also love to voice my opinion, and I love to, be on stage. I'm really starting to get comfortable in this kind of position of, I don't know, just being still and kind of, I don't need the attention. So anyway.